In the World Gym Athletics program, we call what most people call the core midline. What we mean is everything should work in tandem. When we say midline, we mean boot to bonnet. The body should work in concert. If there's any one weak part of the chain, the rest of the body will break down. Midline is more than just sit-ups. There's a variety of movements to do with midline. Full sit-ups. A proper full sit-up is done by keeping contact with the athlete's feet to the ground. If the feet rise up off the ground, the sit-up is not as effective. We encourage athletes to move slower to keep their feet planted on the ground, and as they go back, fingertips touch behind the head, and as they come back up out of the sit-up, they touch their shoelaces and repeat the movement. Elbow to knee sit-ups. Elbow to knee sit-ups are done with the legs at a right angle and the fingertips gently supporting the head. The knees drive to the chest, the shoulder blades lift off the ground, and the elbows and knees meet in the middle near the belly button. Full extension sit-ups. Full extension sit-ups are a difficult movement. Athletes should be instructed to keep their lower back pressed into the floor. Once they can handle this, the athletes reach back with fingertips extended and heels extended. The heels gently graze the floor, the fingertips reach back and touch as far back as they can while maintaining the lower back in contact with the floor. Then the feet and the fingertips join together in the middle, touch, and then fully extend to the beginning position. V-ups. In a V-up, the arms and the legs are locked out with the athlete keeping the lower back pressed into the floor. Starting in the full extension position, the athletes, again with straight arm and straight leg, raise up into a V position. Hollow rock hold. The hollow rock hold is a gymnastic position. It's an isometric position, meaning there is no movement. Athletes are encouraged to press their lower back into the floor, keep their head stacked on their spine, reach back as far as they can with their shoulder blades lifted 6 inches off the ground. The athlete maintains a straight, locked out leg with the feet raised 6 inches off the ground, heels connected, and toes in a V position. The hollow rock hold is an important midline position. This teaches the athlete how to be in a gymnastic, stable, and strong position. We generally like athletes to hold for 10 to 20 seconds in the beginning without excessive fatigue. The hollow rock hold is an important movement to master. It relates to pull-ups, sit-ups, push-ups, and other body weight or gymnastic movements. Med ball tap sit-ups. The med ball tap sit-up requires the athlete to hold the med ball, keeping the feet anchored to the ground, going back into the sit-up, and tapping the med ball behind the head before coming back up into the sit-up. Advanced athletes can use a heavier med ball. All athletes should be capable of doing a med ball tap sit-up even if it's a lightweight med ball. Med ball partner toss sit-ups. With a med ball partner toss sit-up, athletes can toss the ball to one another, or one person can toss while the other does the sit-up. With the med ball partner toss, athletes should be encouraged to keep their feet anchored to the floor and extend their arms behind their head while they tap the med ball behind their head. You can also make this more difficult by having athletes stay 5 feet apart and toss the med ball across. Russian twist med ball sit-ups. With the Russian twist med ball sit-up, athletes keep the med ball at chest level, feet on the floor, turn and twist the med ball behind their hip or touch just behind the hip. The Russian twist should be done with the midline engaged and the chest up. You can also do an advanced version of the Russian twist by elevating the feet 4 to 6 inches off of the ground while the med ball changes from right to left. Midline is more than just sit-ups. Midline is all about teaching us how to maintain an athletic, steady, stable position. Midline movements are typically done at the end of training sessions. This is due to the fact that we want our athletes to learn what it's like to be under fatigue, yet still maintain the integrity of a good position. Once athletes have a strong midline, their other movements will become stronger. All strong athletes have strong midlines. It should not be underestimated.